Alright, welcome back to the show. So enough about Evo now. Let's talk about Injustice 2. The beta is out. They announced it and then it came out. And now if you have a beta code, I mean, it was just like a couple days ago that they
It was so funny
it.
they announced it. It was like, yeah, there's going to be an Injustice beta. It's going to be a month long. I was like, the game comes out in May, so they got to do it by like April, right? I was like, dang, they got to do it pretty soon.
It was like 3 days later.
Yeah, and then like a few days later, like, boom, it's out now. Go get it. I'm like, what?
Very, very cool.
I mean,
You guys are sick.
It's pretty limited right now. There's no like training mode. You can't do versus. It's just for netcode testing. It's just for netcode. It's very similar to the Street Fighter V beta.
Yeah. Well, I think that's great because it shows that it's important to them to have good online. Yeah. In MKX,
has
it came
amazing
out
online right now.
Yeah, it ended up good.
Yeah.
Started out terrible, but
really
it really
terrible.
improved it.
Had a lot of issues. Now near zero issues.
Very, very good. So
Sonic
I'm really happy
Fox
to see
found
that.
a block infinite. That sounds about right.
Yeah,
they mentioned a lot. This game's like 4 months out, so they mentioned a lot of the frame data is not final.
Oh,
and they said like near none of it. They're like, yeah, almost everything you guys play with won't be done. But it's more of a chance for people to get their hands on the game and to test the netcode. And so far, the netcode looks super good.
I've heard.
I was watching people play, and it was like, they look fantastic. So I was like, man, this looks super good. Because, when we had the Street Fighter V beta, there was a lot of issues, right? Where like everybody was like, man, this isn't going to work out. Hopefully it'll be good by launch. But the fact that Injustice beta came out, and it already looks good, is a really good sign for the NRS crew.
Agreed.
One person played it and said that it felt great. Another person played it and said that it felt a little underwater.
A little underwater?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're testing things. They might be flipping knobs and,
Yeah. They also apparently
Injustice 2 is rollback. Yes, they definitely confirmed that.
Apparently the way they were doing it is the codes were being released in countries with the least amount of like people who signed up first or something, and then gone to like more people or something. I heard it was like that was the way they were doing it. Anyway, lots of people still don't have a beta who've signed up. So I imagine as it goes on there'll be more. Yeah. And like there's probably a lot of people who are not like in the same area playing each other. Mm-hmm. Like I saw Sonic Fox say he played Foxy, who's from the UK, and that the connection was really good.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
that is cool.
Okay.
What luck that those two great players managed to get codes. It's really lucky.
Wow, yeah, that's
Do you have a code, David?
I happen to have a code.
Oh, it's weird. I have a code too.
Oh, you have a code?
They must only be giving them to great players.
Oh,
hey,
wow,
Steve, do you have a code?
I don't have a code.
Oh, okay, cool. Neither do I.
They must only be great players.
Get good, folks.
NRS players. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I was playing NRS before he was even alive. How you gonna tell me?
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's
NRS
true.
player. Like.
Then how do you have a code, non-NRS player?
It wasn't even called NRS at the time, though.
It wasn't. It was called
Midway.
Yeah.
How do you know? You weren't alive. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I'm really looking forward to being able to do so, but I really want... Look, obviously it's not going to end up... I'm sure, like, this is probably not even, like, the current build. You know what I mean? This is probably, like, builds ago.
Yeah, I'm sure they're well, because they've already showed off, like, Harley and, like, all, like six other characters who have been playable. Like, including Aquaman and, like, all these other... So it's like, that they have updated builds with all those characters on it.
Right, yeah.
This is probably, like, their first
But it's
build.
just good to just get a general idea, you know what I mean?
It's interesting because, like, it's... Look, so when you were there when we were downloading and everything like that, you kind of made the joke, like, the still pictures look great, but let's see how it looks in movement, right? And to be honest with you, the game is actually really pretty, but, yeah, some of the animations...
They look a little weird.
They look a little NRS-y, huh?
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like
NRS,
the forward
right?
dashes and the back dashes.
I don't think the game's
still
done
kinda...
though. I was looking at it and I was just like, a lot of this stuff, it still doesn't look done.
Like, I saw the ice effects, like, when the people get frozen, like, I feel like that's still beta. Like, I feel like the ice effect is going to be improved as well. But...
You know, the dashes are going to be like that. Like, the dashes where they go...
Yeah,
right? They, little legs move. That's how it's going to be.
Like, that's just
how it
like,
looks.
why can't you,
that's
like,
true.
make it cool that some characters dash, like, with different styles?
I don't know, man.
Like,
why is there no music?
Hop,
why is there no left and right hand in tennis games? No one knows, James. These are things that nobody can explain.
That's such a problem. You don't understand.
Yeah.
It makes volleying too powerful because the problem is when you run to the net, the whole weakness of being the volley is that you can't go left or right. You have to guess between which of the angles. But in video game tennis, when you get to the net, volley is always too powerful because you don't have to
I really
guess
don't care how the
left or right.
animations look because I care about the gameplay. Yeah. Like, to me, if something's animated kind of jankily, I don't even care about anything else besides hitboxes and hurtboxes and frame data and cool stuff that characters can do.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I know that other people do care about it. So in order to like get more players in, I would prefer it to look better.
Really big, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, why is it that the announcer, it seems like he couldn't care less?
He sounds like he's legit like Ada Dunn. Injustice.
Yeah, it's
I'll
like
see you guys tomorrow. And I'm like, damn, dude, what's up?
It's like the girl that was last. They literally just deepen the voice. And it's like the same. Yeah, it's like
dude,
the
that sounded
combatants
so
are
accurate.
headed to Gotham
Superman.
City.
Yeah.
Yo, but that versus screen.
I don't know why.
Like, they're fighting in the versus screen. I think that's
Yeah,
really
where
cool.
like the first one doesn't attack and the second one doesn't. They're like, oh no. Like it's pretty funny to me. They look silly, but it's
First player
cool.
always loses, it seems.
Yeah,
right?
whoever
I
selects
think it's the
first.
person. Yeah, it's the person
Whoever
who
selects
picks
first.
Oh,
So you just
okay.
the idea is you just wait and then let them select first and then you pick it. Your character's beating them up.
Dude,
and
but the
select-
best part about
Yeah.
it was like I was watching it and like I think it was Superman like shot Supergirl with the eye beams, but then we were sitting there waiting like why is it taking so long because no one had picked the stage yet. And so he's literally frozen there shooting with the eye beam, but it's animating super slowly. It's like
Oh, it goes into like slow motion.
yeah, like it's even super slow. So like the whole time like Supergirl's just like getting shot like before they actually pick the
Sick.
stage. I don't know, it made me laugh. Dude.
Strategy right there.
Yeah, it builds meter.
Dude,
Dude,
It's like Sean at third strike throwing the basketball before it starts. Build meter.
yeah, if you can hit him in the head.
It happens. That's
Dude,
a real thing.
Speaking of building meter, man, Superman's lasers look like the same as the last game. I was watching them, I was like, oh, this is gonna be
They were
sick.
actually talking about it in the and when they did the first little broadcast from the Injustice thing, they were talking about his meter burn lasers too. So
Yeah, that's the one thing about it so far. So
Oh,
there's-
it's the Bat computer that's doing all the announcing.
That computer better get its head in the game.
yeah, dude, I know. Yeah, Batman needs to step up the voice technology on that thing. Bruce is a little lame nowadays.
Needs to get some Siri mod in there. or
Yeah,
something
come on, like he
that,
can't
right?
do that.
Yeah,
He can program the super smart back computer.
there's
but
no
he can't
way
make a voice.
that the Bat computer has such a lame ass
Batman.
voice. Welcome back, Batman.
Yeah.
I can see
see you
Batman
tomorrow.
being down for that, though.
But like, don't you think the back computer would be like Batman, and then maybe like Superman?
yeah,
I know,
I mean,
right?
but
Like-
no, he couldn't care less about Batman either.
yeah, he's just not
Batman.
into. And like combatants are
So
fighting
I mean,
in Gotham
what,
City.
what did, you guys obviously got a chance to watch the video and everything like
Yeah.
that. What did they say about the gear and the customization?
So
Oh yeah, you can unlock it.
Yeah.
You can some is you have to buy, and there's some that you can unlock through the game that you can only be unlocked through the game, and it gives them access to different moves and sometimes
Right.
variations of those moves.
right.
So it looks like I said. I mean, but they do. They have base where you
Yes,
can just
there's
pick the base and do it that way, which I feel like is going to be the tournament standard.
Yeah, it'll be the tournament.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do with the move customization. I feel like that could have potential to be really interesting to be able to like pick two moves. At one point when they were doing that stream, Atrocitus picked 2 blood pushes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. Like, does that give you 2 different blood pushes?
Well, they
what?
did one where when they showed like Batman like throwing batarangs, right? He threw like a regular batarang, and he like the recovery was even different. But then he had the different batarang, and he was in the air, and he was like, and then he stopped. So it's like it actually gives you different animations and everything.
Yeah, I if there's some way to make that workable in a tournament setting, I think that could be really cool.
Well, it
as long as
reminds
it's
me
not
of-
OP, obviously, but you know.
It reminded me of like Third Strike, where you should at least. Well, I feel like if they give you one move, it wouldn't be enough. I feel like it's like maybe 3 moves or something like that would be good. But
It's 2 right now. You get to pick 2.
Yeah, it seems like an
I
interesting.
think that's a really cool idea. When it comes to the gear, if there's some default set of gear, right?
Right.
Like think about how Cross Tekken did it, where
The gems.
with the
right,
gems,
yeah.
but then they ended up coming out with like the gem
The regular
sets,
set,
yeah.
yeah.
And it was terribly done. Like you had to know the numbers and whatever. It was terribly done. But the idea of having like some sets that you could pick from, I think it's kind
Right.
of cool. So I don't know. We'll see how they do that. But the actual game, I thought that it looked very similar to Injustice 1. The way the characters play seems super similar to the returning ones.
The returning characters all seem super legacy based.
Yeah.
Like they all seem to have the same movesets, the combos and the strings. They obviously have changes. Like there's different animations or different ways certain moves work. They're not all the same properties, but yeah, a lot of the combos still seem to be about the same. So if you played Injustice 1 and your muscle memory is still there, you just jump in and play the character and it's like the same.
Right.
So that looked really cool to me, and obviously the new characters are very different. Like I think that's their plan is all the old characters that are returning are pretty similar. Like they have some changes, but they're
Yeah.
mostly the same, and then all the new characters are their kind of funky, crazy designs.
I feel like I look at Atrocitus and I see Katana and Zod.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Like
fan
a
stuff.
weird
Fan
mix,
lift
right?
and the Zod, whatever the little dude was called. Little trait guy.
The trait, yeah.
oh, my cat.
Yeah, the cat's super funny. Yeah, so the characters look interesting to me.
Yeah.
They also revealed Robin today, which I know you're super excited about. I'm
Did
actually
you see him?
I did.
I'm excited about him too because he played so different from Nightwing, which is what I was hoping for, was that he'd be very different. So I have
If
no
he played
attachment
like
to the
Nightwing,
character.
that'd be so.
Yeah, it's Damian Wayne, right, with the sword. He's gonna play very different.
He's
He
a
actually
ninja.
looks mobile in this game, which is like a big problem with Nightwing last game, is that it was Dick Grayson, the
Which
acrobat.
didn't make sense because he was an acrobat, like,
And he was
in
the
the circus. Come on,
slowest
dude.
I just
character.
don't understand why in his wind pose he drops the sword on the
And
floor
leaves it.
and then he teleports and he leaves
Yeah,
it
what does he do
behind.
with that sword
Just
later?
to let you guys
He
know,
just
man, who
leaves
did
swords
it.
everywhere, dude.
How many swords does he have? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
He's a
like,
ninja, man.
I
Damien's
just feel
a-
like it's a waste. I feel like that's
Yeah.
not environmentally
Well, that's why you're not a ninja.
conscious.
Yeah, really.
That's why you're not a ninja,
Are
man.
these disposable swords? Are they only good
Possibly.
once?
Who knows the technology
Is it
that they
like
have?
medical instruments? You can only use a syringe one time. You toss it afterwards.
I mean, he does have a lot of
Just
blood
too
on him.
sharp.
He
Yeah.
has a lot of blood
You
on
don't
him.
wanna
You don't
get
want
the
to mix it. I mean,
transmission, right?
you do want to kill somebody.
you could spread disease, right?
Yeah.
Damien's a little edgelord. I don't like him. But the playstyle of the character looks fun, so
God,
I
the
might be
character
about
looks
that.
so cool.
He looks pretty cool. But I'm happy he's not Nightwing-like, and they said Dick Grayson was dead, which means hopefully no...
That's what I think of every time.
Yeah. There's no Nightwing, or they said Nightwing...
Damon Wayans. In my head, I keep thinking, what are you talking about?
Damian Wayne.
Damon Wayans.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna hit you a little tidbit fact here, right?
Okay.
So, Marlon Wayans was actually gonna play the role of Robin in Batman and Robin first, before Chris O'Donnell.
That man dodged a bullet.
Yep. I mean, that movie still sucked anyway, but you know.
That movie was
Interesting though.
awful.
I think Nightwing's dead, which is good.
I think he might come back though.
He said Dick Grayson's dead. I mean, I guess you
Wait,
could have...
who said Dick
if-
Grayson's
In
dead?
the intro quote,
Oh, really?
with Batman and Damien's like, I'm your only son, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, Dick was my son, too. And he was like, it's like, oh, dang, he's
Yeah.
dead, and he was your son, too.
But
even though he's not biologically your son, but there's an attachment there that obviously creates an emotional barrier. What?
I mean, it makes sense
Is it
though.
based off of the Injustice comic that Nightwing?
Yeah.
Because he's not dead in the actual DC universe.
No, but in
but
the
you have to
Injustice
remember-
storyline, he
Yeah,
does.
okay.
The DC universe has actually adopted the Injustice universe into the comic book lore. So the fact that the game exists made it so that universe exists. So it's actually a thing. However, they said the lines were redrawn, which is one of the reasons that if Damian is a kid now, and apparently in the other game he was Nightwing, right? Or,
Yeah, he was already Nightwing.
then that means either something has happened, because when they said redrawn, that's why I was like, oh, that's Damian. And then on top of that, they said he was dead. So I feel like Nightwing might be able to come back.
It was pretty clearly Damien. I think Nightwing's dead. I hope he's dead.
I don't want him to be dead. I play that
You
character
want him to
too.
get the Nash.
I just don't want to have any attachments to that character and have to play him. I
I
don't
feel
want
like
him to do
I'm
that.
hearing people talk about string theory or something, and there's all these little dimensions that are folded up within each other. You just gotta
DC
accept
universe,
it.
man.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
deep.
that's
That's
comics.
totally
That's
DC.
comic books, though,
Yeah.
right? That's comic books has
Yeah,
to
man.
be
There's
that kind of thing.
13 dimensions. Yeah,
You're watching the Flash TV show, and it's like, oh look, you got this person from Earth 52, this person from Earth 138. this
No,
person
that's
from
exactly
Earth
what it is.
Yeah,
That's-
no, they literally had a Harrison Wells from like 50 different like Earths and stuff like that. So like,
Yeah. Injustice 2 looks sick.
Yeah, it does.
Netcode is already out there and playable. Beta's going to be out for a month.
was there any extra information? So obviously the beta's out, but they had the Watchtower thing today. So like, was there any extra information given that like we've had previously not known outside of like characters and stuff like that? Did they talk about any new systems or anything like that?
I don't thought I saw. It looked very similar.
I watched all of it.
I
Yeah.
did see a stage interaction.
Right.
So like one of those transition things.
Right.
Yeah, they've showed those off.
And like they punched someone and Supergirl landed on the street and then a van ran into her.
Uh-huh.
And dude, that thing was Superman, dude. Because seriously,
Superman.
because that thing hit, like the van hit Supergirl and she flew like 7 blocks like through the sky into a building and like crushed like the building and everything like that.
Superheroes are like that, though.
That's
No,
like momentum.
no, it's not. No, it's not.
Super-
That was one of my problems with Injustice. Because Superman would get hit by a car and he go fly. And I'm
Right,
like,
exactly.
come on, dude. That's not, no.
You think
That
the car would
happens
just
in everything,
explode
though.
on him. No, the car would just like run into him, and the car would be like, "Oh
Yeah,
no!"
exactly.
The
Yeah.
car would be like split into
If
like
like,
two.
so if a
right?
car ran into Superman, he wouldn't even feel it, but
Yeah.
and walk up. The Batmobile hit him in that shitty Superman versus Batman movie, and he legit was like, boom, tick, and it just like skirted off, and he went and ripped the doors off of it. I was like, That's definitely wouldn't happen in a video game. You would just like tumble across the screen or something like that.
That's the
Whatever.
Kryptonite van. By
Wasn't
Lex
there
Luthor.
something in the story where people took like pills or whatever?
Yeah, the
And
story
they
is
just-
Maybe the van took.
Yo,
a
the
pill.
van?
The van
too?
took a pill.
It's Kryptonite diesel empowered.
there
They
you
should put
go,
that in the
there you
DC
go.
in the next DC movie. Make sure to put that in there.
But yeah, I thought it was funny for this stage transition. It was the same thing as last time, where like this whole stage transition happens, somebody goes flying forever, and the other character just walks up after.
It's like,
Yeah, like,
hey,
oh,
what's up?
Hey, you know, how's it going?
Dude, my favorite thing in Injustice 1, to this day, is that Superman and someone also fight in the space station, and he hits you with the super.
He punches you
And he
into
punches
space.
you into space from the Earth, and then he slams you back into the Earth.
Those
into
little
the
things
space
always
station.
bother me. I see that and I'm just
I hear
like,
you.
come on,
Dude,
man.
Batman's super is he hits you, he puts you up in like
Yo, that tackle is sick though.
Yeah, but
like when he
the-
starts it off, he's like, and then he's like, puts you on one of the tether balloons.
uh-huh.
Oh man.
Like he Fultons you, right? And then like the Batwing comes and grabs it and flies up to the moon and it looks all sick. Daytime stages, dude.
Right.
I
The
think
moon is still in the
It flew to
sky.
the other side of the world.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
flew
yeah,
to
yeah. The
other
moon is
side of
still in the
planet.
sky,
Right,
James.
Sure, the moon doesn't go away.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's there or
The
not.
fact that you had it on, yeah, sure, the moon doesn't go
You're
away.
right, the moon doesn't go away.
Yeah.
It's got a point there, guys.
It's not
There's
like
no
during-
chariot for real, folks. It's not actually pulled across the sky.
Yeah, it's not like during the daytime the moon disappears.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not there anymore. Or so you think.
You know, on Twitter, Tyler, Elephant Bones 52 says some special moves take up 2 slots, and Blood Push is an example of that. So they didn't pick it twice.
Oh, okay.
It was that it just took up 2 slots.
Yeah, they've got. When I was watching, I kind of thought about like
Yeah, I'd
rations.
forgotten, yeah.
like ratio and
Right.
and CBS 2, but just
Right.
for moves.
Some strong moves would maybe take up 2. Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Cool.
For sure. Anyway, that's all we know for now.
Yeah, Injustice 2 looks pretty sick.
Game looks neato.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm definitely gonna try my best to stick with the game, unlike before. So like I said, I started.
Let's play video
so,
games,
yeah.
James.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Oh
it.
man, they announced they showed gameplay for Eliza in Tekken 7.
Yeah, I have
The
like
Evo.
that.
Oh,
topics
okay.
to talk
Oh,
about
my
soon.
bad,
So
sorry.
yeah, I'll have a bunch of stuff that.
Let's do
scheduled
it.
topics.
What else you
But
got?
do you want to talk about Genesis 4?
Whatever you want to talk about, man.
Okay, let's talk about Genesis 4 then. Do you have the results up right now? I don't
Negative.
have the
Filipino champ got first.
Oh man, and
Second place was the Filipino not champ.
Yeah, this is
so,
Filipino
yeah,
Grand Finals.
and Panoy did really well.
Mm.
Third place was
Dude, shout outs to
Alejandro Myers.
SD Panoy though. That's awesome.
Yo, I was watching that and I was just like, yo, wait, did you yo, shout outs to the boy. He did this one thing, right? He was playing champ and he wins with Bison, and when Bison fixed his hair, he fixed his hair too. So he was like Bison, and he did it at the same time.
It's
I
a
was
very
like,
Pinoy thing to do.
I was like, damn, that dude, that was kind of slick. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I approve of that. That was like when Cyanide did the selfie
Oh,
after
that's
he
right.
fatality'd somebody with
With
Cassie,
Cassie.
and who did the selfie.
Remember MKX?
Yeah, that's a crazy game.
Man, you guys are heartless, man.
I know, right? Jesus.
It's alright, when the Justice Beta's over, we'll come crawling back.
Well, yeah.
Pumping it in our veins.
I'll never not like that game.
Yeah.
I expect never to see it again.
Damn. But do you expect to see Ultra Street Fighter 4 again, though?
Higher
We
chance
haven't-
than seeing MK for sure.
I don't know. And
We still haven't seen that game
people
in
are
forever.
still rallying for that game, though.
Wow.
Are they?
Dude, people wanted their Wednesday night fights. I'm like, yo, good luck with that. I won't be there. I won't be looking at any of that Ultra Street Fighter 4
Yeah, I
crap.
saw Vine tweeting about that. He's like, "Do you want me to?"
You
run
guys
it?"
can
Yeah.
have it.
Whoa, look at this camera angle on our new.
Whoa.
Oh dang! The cameras.
I'm
in
not
the
tall
wrong-
enough for this. I'm,
Oh, you know what? The problem with that is it's supposed to be like this. There you go.
James.
There you go. Okay.
Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Yes. So top 8, 7th place, Tempo Axe with Pikachu, G2 West Balls with Falco and Fox with the Spaceys. 5, TSM Leffen with Fox. 5th place was also PG Plup with Sheik. 4th
Sick.
place, Liquid Hungry Box, Jigglypuff.
My man.
3rd place, Echo Fox's Mewtwo King with Marth and Sheath.
Chokerino.
Marth and Sheik. 2nd place, C9 Mango with Fox and Falco. 1st place, Alliance Armada with Peach. I mean, it's the gods. The
Right.
4th spots, and then Leffen is
And then
in 5th.
Leffen right after.
Yeah,
And Plup, who's been coming up, is right there. I thought that was super interesting results. and Axe.
I was about to say, shout outs to Axe.
Axe doing work with the Pikachu.
Pika.
So fun to
poverty
watch,
fox.
but like you can see it. Like, I don't know the game that well, obviously.
But you can see that
You
he's
can see
lagging
he's
behind.
struggling,
Like
right?
he's,
Like,
he's
who's
fighting
that?
for his life.
Axe.
Axe.
Oh,
Like at all
yeah,
moments,
yeah,
you feel
yeah,
like
okay,
you can see
okay.
him playing against other characters, and at all moments that character's like.
But he gets so much, like, I'm all about character loyalty, and the fact that, like, I told him on this, I'm like, yo, dude, you get so many points from me from running that character, man.
Points are a nice thing. Also nice is to win a lot of money.
Yeah, this is true. This is
That's
true.
true.
Money
You
is
gotta do your
better than
thing, right?
points.
Money is better than points. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, very, very interesting top 8 results. I gotta tell you, dude, Grand Finals was just a maul.
Dude, I mean, because I heard Mango just had like the most. I didn't get a chance to watch any of this.
Okay.
Right? I was doing the Dark Souls stream at the time.
Right.
So, look, I heard that Mango just had like the most epic losers run.
It was so good.
Losers
dude.
bracket run, like barely beating. I saw some highlights, like someone linked me a highlight clip, and I watched like some of these crazy Mango comebacks
his set-
against Mewtwo King.
Yeah, but man, against Leffen,
Oh, against Leffen, yeah,
That
I
sounds
saw some
crazy.
too, yeah.
amazing.
And then
amazing
and then I
So
heard
close.
Armada just was like, nope, sorry,
Beat
we're
the heck out
settling.
of
That's cool.
We're settling the greatest of all time, debate here right now.
because that was a rip.
Yeah.
And like,
That
it's
was
I
a
mean,
rip.
like based on how Mango played before that, it's not like he was like out of it. It's not like he was like struggling and he was like, oh, it's just not my day.
Nah.
No, dude, like he was beating the other people,
He was beating the other people, and
and then Armada just.
it was like he had a
closed
cape
shop.
on, and he stood up, and somebody caught the cape, and he was like,
I mean, like,
all right, I got this.
you can always tell when the victory is so lopsided because when Armada won, like there was barely a pop off.
Yeah.
He was just like one.
It's like the kind of, it was like, he was like, that was nothing.
Yeah, are you
Crazy.
not entertained?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, so
Crazy.
for such a crazy close top 8 to have that result at the end was surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I felt bad for Mewtwo King because he was doing great in winners finals, and then ended up losing. He did choke it up to Armada, so that could have been a very different result.
There's so
Well,
much.
yeah, like because Mango beat all of them, right? He beat Leffen, he beat Hungry Box, he beat Mewtwo King, and then he finally lost to Armada. So he beat all the other gods like on the way to get to that grand final. So that's a pretty nuts.
For sure. I mean that's why I think it's so impressive that Armada closed it out like he did because I mean that gauntlet that Mango had just run was super strong, and then Armada just sat him back down. I mean, it was also really interesting. Obviously this has been the grand finals for like the last 4 times. Dude, I really thought that Mango was gonna lose some of those. Like it just seemed like
It definitely seemed like
But
I
he was
legit
just like,
stopped
nope.
watching. I was like, oh, this is a done deal. And I come back, I'm like, why is this match still going? Like, what is going on?
Cheater.
I like it though. Like the one thing I really love about watching Melee is just that it's that like I'm like, this guy seems like he's so much better. He has like the streak and everything, and then it comes down to it, and it's like a nip in the bud. But it just goes on to the next tournament, and that's what I really the history that's actually forming from watching Melee is like
Super cool.
amazing.
But the coolest thing is not even just the history of Melee period, but the history of Genesis.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years in a row that's been Mango Armada. Like they call it I forgot like the Melee story god or the Melee story force like propelled Mango to get to grand finals.
the plot armor.
The plot armor. That's what it was. Yeah. That
Yeah.
it always has to be those guys like playing
yeah,
the grand
very
final.
cool.
So.
Man, watching Jigglypuff and Peach is so cool.
Dude, isn't it?
The air
yeah.
footsies was just so cool.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Shout
shout outs to Chudat and Ice Climbers players. I don't know what you're doing
I saw
to
your
yourselves.
tweet.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it too. I was like, oh, David's watching it.
That character is just such a
But
butt.
not
it's
3
so
years
fun.
in a row, but 3 Genesis in a row. Yeah,
Genesis.
Yeah, they weren't consecutive. Man, that character seems weak if you know what to do. But
yeah. I mean, that's why it always
Ice Climbers
makes me like,
players.
why are like people mad about the wobbling? You know what I mean? Like that character. Mango even said it himself. He's like, that character's terrible. You know, he's like.
yeah, like Leffen beat Chudat, and I think it was close at the very start, but then Leffen he was just like separated Nana immediately.
Dude,
and he was just
the
like,
shines just like
whatever.
are like boop,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Did you guys see the stream afterwards?
No.
Oh man, I think it was Mango was in there talking about frames.
Oh no! We
I
did
did
see
see
that.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Mango and Leffen. Leffen was like, no, in this situation, you're +1. Or
You
whatever
actually
like
can't shine there. No way. I
that.
was like, oh damn, he's a. But there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that he's a feeling player.
Yeah, no,
That's a completely
absolutely.
different
I
style.
love that.
But
too. I love
once
that.
once I heard that, it made me so happy. I was like, man, they still exist. We still have people out there.
Dude, the funniest part was
You'll
like
be phased out eventually.
For sure.
Mango was seriously like, "What does +1 mean?"
He's
What
like,
does
what
that
is
even
it?
mean?"
What are these crazy
and then
frames you're
Leppin-
talking about,
and then Leppin
man?
was like, "So
It's about
this
the
shine."
game.
Leppin was like, "This shine is like 4 frame startup, and this one is +1. So in other words, if we shine in this situation, that means if we both throw at the same afterwards, I'm +1, so my throw will connect." And then the only response was, "I've already stopped listening." From Mango, dude.
Like the thing is, I'm sure Mango knows all of that, but it's like in his heart, not in his brain. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
rather than
What's crazy is Mango looks
explaining
like
it
that
that
kind
way.
of person.
Dude,
He
so-
looks like the kind of player that
I-
would not believe you. Because I'm that guy. That's me.
Dude,
So
I
know.
saw you tweet it out, and to this day, yes, neither of us know what Bison Scissor Kick is on block.
no idea.
In Super
Sometimes
Turbo.
it's
in Super
unsafe,
Turbo,
sometimes
I
it's
don't,
not.
I don't even know
I
what
don't know.
it is.
Sometimes
know
I
what
get
it
a throw
is.
afterwards. Sometimes the opponent does. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never known, dude. I've never known. So,
sure I can
Shout
look
out
it
to
up,
Ally.
whatever.
Yo, Ally, because I'm a Mario guy.
Yeah, let's go over,
Smash
Wii
Brothers
U.
Let's
yeah.
go.
So
Is
7th
he
place
right?
was RNG the Buzz with Rosalina, Luma, Olimar, and Bayonetta. I didn't know he started picking up Bayonetta. Okay. 7th place 2GG Komorikiri with Sonic and Cloud. 5th place ELV Mr. R with Sheik and Marth. And 5th place was also LG Abadongo with Mewtwo. 4th place Captain Zach Bayonetta and Wii Fit Trainer. 3rd place TSM Zero with Diddy Kong Cloud. 2nd place C9 Ally with Mario. And 1st place another Echo Fox win, MK Leo with Marth and Cloud.
That
now,
recent pickup,
this tournament was mired with some controversy.
indeed.
And during the beginning of it, apparently a couple of matches were played with the knockback setting, not at 1, but at 0.9. And nobody knows when it was changed or where it was changed. And then they did not give the 2 people who discovered that a run back of the full match. They only gave them 1 game of a run back.
Yeah.
And like, there was definitely some controversy. So
Understandable.
unfortunately, this particular game's tournament was kind of sullied a little bit, and now
Yeah. That's like the big talk when you think about it.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Super
Yeah.
important, obviously, to how things play out. Yeah.
Don't put it on 0.9 at Evo. Mandalay Bay.
God.
Keep it at 1.
That's right.
You
Yeah,
might wanna
Evo
check
Grand
those
Stage,
things.
right?
So I mean, it's
a
super
bummer.
unfortunate that had to happen, especially at Genesis, because Genesis is kind of poising itself right now to be like the Apex replacement, right?
Yeah.
So it's like becoming the major like their KI World Cup kind of thing, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe
No,
there's
it's
another
really
Smash
very
tournament.
big.
It has a cooler name, so.
Yeah, agreed. So it would have been a cooler name if it was called Super Nintendo. Oh,
Oh, I understand.
anyways, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
whatever.
but
Yeah. The only thing Genesis was cooler for was Blood and MK. That was it.
Yo, dude, I'm all about fatalities in MK.
Sweat, dude, sweat.
The sweat in the
Oh, the
SNES
Super
version.
NES version? Oh my god. Do you know about that?
No.
Yeah, I figured.
Nintendo didn't want blood.
On the
Oh,
original
okay.
Mortal Kombat, so it was literally like sweat, and then some of the fatalities were so lame.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Like literally, like who was it? Was it Johnny Cage? He just like stuck his foot in you, and you went like and you fell over.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like,
I think they still had the spine pull though.
Yeah, but it was no blood on it.
Yeah, but it was and it was like not clearly
no,
spine.
they
It
did
was
not.
Like,
They didn't
have the spine pull. I think it was just like a gray looking
Yeah.
spine. I think
Was
it was
it?
Oh,
different.
I don't know, because then you're.
Because I know they
still
changed some of the
beheading
fatalities.
Yeah, they
You
did.
know, that's like an older MK game. I'm more on Injustice 2 right now. You know?
The thing about MK games is that the first 3 always survive.
Yeah.
Then in between, those things are in the garbage dump.
someone. Yeah.
Whatever is not the new one is in the garbage dump.
Pretty much. So.
And most of them with good reason.
Yeah, that's right. It was the Freeze and Shatter, which was kind of neat, and they kind of brought it back to the later ones.
Freeze and Shatter.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's really unfortunate for the Smash Brothers Wii U results. I'm really sad about that had to happen, and
That sucks,
had
yeah.
to kind of be marred. I'm sorry, by those.
Myers.
Yeah, sorry. Myers.
Shout outs to Nairo.
Myers. Shout outs to who?
Nairo.
Nairo. Okay.
It's my boy. I think he did pretty good. He got like 15 or something.
Doubles, and yeah, there was a basically Armada won both, right? So he won
Yeah.
singles and doubles. It was Team Alliance taking first place.
Ding.
Just gonna put that 10,000 towards KI at Evo. That's what I'm talking about.
Ally and Leo, first and second place,
Dang, really?
also teamed up, and they won the doubles tournament here
Wow.
for Smash Wii U.
That's it. Wait, what was second place? Villager and somebody?
Yeah, Villager and Cloud. It
Oh,
was
Renai Villager.
and Komorikiri.
Cool.
Smash 64. Alvin took first place with Pikachu.
Wait, there was some interesting result here. Like somebody didn't make the top 8 or whatever, who everybody expected would, something like that. Isai.
Isai? Oh,
Like he's the guy who always does really well,
Oh,
and then
is
he
he?
didn't.
Okay,
he was
okay.
13th place, so that
Okay,
was big.
okay.
I don't follow
Big
regular
upset.
Smash
Yeah,
at
there
all.
was also, like, they even have a combo contest for Smash 64, and, like, their combo contest is getting so, like, elegant now.
I think I saw one of these.
Because, like, they actually, so, you know, in the training mode for Smash, you could spawn any item, right? So now they're doing combos where they spawn the items, and they start doing with combos with this item spawn. One person did a combo where they spawned a Bob-omb at just the right time. So they would do the combo, and while the bomb was walking back and forth, it exploded at just the right time to
That's
keep
cool.
the combo going, which was pretty dang sick.
The combo exhibition is a cool idea.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Damn, why don't they do that anymore? And other games, rather. I think that'd be cool.
Street Fighter V, 7th place was Brass with Guile and Zangief. 7th place also PR Balrog with Balrog. 5th place RB Snake Eyes with Akuma, who I think I actually accidentally played on stream because someone named Dragon Eyes played me
that's
with
his name.
Akuma. And like I was trying to do 2 things at once, so like half the rounds I was just like holding down back, not doing anything.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, so now he's probably like, why is James being such a butt playing me? Yeah, so, but also 5th place was Circa LPN with Urien and Alex. 4th place, ROG Kelvin John with Urien and Armika. 3rd place was Myers, Rodin's Alex Myers with Cammy. 2nd place, SD Panoy with M. Bison and Nikali. And 1st place, PG Filipino champ with the top tier character of Dalsum.
Yay.
Yeah,
All
like,
Filipino Grand Finals.
dude, everyone has been complaining about, you know, the Fantastic Five in this game, right? And our grand finals
Fantastic fun.
Never heard of that.
Fantastic.
James just
Five.
making up names
because
for
there was the
stuff.
Elite Eight, right? So the Fabulous Five.
I never
and
called it
Fantastic
the Elite
Five.
Eight anyway, but
Okay.
alright.
But the grand finals was Dalsum and Bison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After all
Yeah.
of
Yo,
that.
Panoy had Bison looking nice.
Yeah, Bison's cool, dude.
He's definitely better this season.
Yeah, but they're probably both towards the lower end still.
Did you see the dunk combo? Did you see the dunk combo where someone actually did the EX head stomp, hit, and then the follow-up punch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then it
Pinoy-
bounced to the
Pinoy.
ball.
It launched him into the EX fireball.
That
Like it
Pinoy-
slammed him into the EX fireball.
Pinoy tweeted that on his Twitters, and I retweeted it because I was like, that looks hilarious.
Yeah, I think I retweeted your retweet because that thing was
That
sick,
sounds about
dude.
right. I like saw it and I was like, this is so cool looking. Because I saw a video of it pretty early into the season, but it was like, I hadn't seen it in so long, I forgot about it.
Oh,
And I was like, oh man, this is so
I
this
just
is
never
so
thought I would see it in a match. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. I'm never going to see that in a match. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, snap, he did it. That's cool.
I hesitate to call this a major, but it was
They had
There
some
were
A lot
heavy
of
hitters.
strong players.
some really good players there.
Apology, man.
Chris Tatarian, Nick Tanella, Commander Jesse, General Azad.
And some of these matches were
I just
ridiculous.
played General Azad online, actually.
Shout outs to old school
SSK
Q boys.
Samurai, PH James, and BJ Unchained.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really good players. So
Dude,
it's
Nando
impressive.
was here, Kyle P was here, Marn was there,
Snake Eyes
El
was
Cubano
there.
Loco.
I always run into Kyle P online.
Brent is cool. Wow, what happened to Brent? Dang, he didn't do very well here, I guess.
25th, huh?
Unfortunate.
Anyway.
Yeah,
The crew draft was cool. It was a cool idea.
Yeah, so there
Seemed
you
like
go.
a sick event, man, and that venue looked like it was really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
That
It
finals
the
day
same-
was
it the
real
sa-
cool.
It was the same venue
It
as
looked like
last
it.
time, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. But yeah, no, really
Yeah,
cool.
I mean,
event.
like I said, I hesitate to call that a major for Street Fighter, but it was a good.
You know,
strong tournament.
unfortunately, none of us are Smash players, so everything a lot of the stuff that we talk about just does come from the Street Fighter
Yeah.
perspective. But I thought it was really, really cool that finally a Smash event included Street Fighter. You know what I mean? 'Cause, like, I felt like that was actually a really, like, just a nice thing to happen because a lot of people have talked about it. Like, all the other fighting game tournaments try really hard to include Smash, but Smash never includes any of the other fighting games. And this
Well,
felt like this was one of the first times that they tried to do
You
that,
know,
and I think that's super cool.
It is rare, but
Yeah.
Apex was doing
did
that.
it before, yeah.
I never
Yeah.
really think about it like that. I look at events and I never even trip off of it until like somebody else says it. So that's a very good point.
Yep.
Oh, there
That was
you go.
Genesis 4.
Seemed
Okay.
cool.
Cool.